I put in work non-stop, no breaks. If you on your hustle, maybe then you can relate. We getting it in early, no time to be late. We on grind 24/7, it's 25/8.
What's up, y'all? CEO in the making. Back again for another video. In this video, I'm going to touch on the taper. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much when you cut your hair to the length that you want, and you're usually going to leave it a little bit longer, a little bit darker, and then you fade your sideburns into the rest of the haircut, and then also like your neck area, you would cut it lower and then fade it into the rest of the haircut. So I'm just going to explain the overall process and concept on how to go about doing that. And then I also took a video the other day that I'll show you guys after I explain everything, so you can kind of have a visual to go along with the explanation, and you can kind of see how I do it. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so I have a pair of Andy's Master clippers, and like I said in my previous videos, these are a good pair of all-around clippers. I've had them for quite some time now, and they work really well for me. The beauty about these clippers is you have your lever on the side that you can adjust to cut at different lengths, and on the Andy's Master it has these marks to help you keep track of the length that you're cutting at. So that's definitely helpful when you're fading and blending your hair, to get a nice even blend. You really have to learn how to work this lever and do that whole thing. So yeah, it definitely helps to have those marks there to help you keep track of where you're at. So a few quick tips. When you're fading your hair, you definitely want to go slow and take your time. And like I said in my previous video, it just takes practice. You got to learn the different layers and the combination of guards that you need to use to kind of get a nice even blend for your hair. So what you see me do in the video is not necessarily what you might do for your hair, as far as like the levels that I use and the guards that I use, but the overall process and the concept is the same. So that's really the point that I want to get across to you guys, is to show you the concept and the process. So first things first, like I said, you're going to cut your hair to the length that you want. I don't know what length mine is at right now, but like I said, you're going to leave it a little bit darker, and then you're going to fade the sideburns and everything into the rest of the haircut. So you can see I cut it lower down here, and I slowly just faded it into the rest of the haircut. And so what I do after I cut my hair to the length that I want, I remove the guard, so it's just the clippers, and then I move this lever all the way in so it cuts the closest, and then I cut, go up the sideburns, and I go to about in this area, not quite the top of the ear, but around there, and I create that first guideline. So from there, I would just move it to the next level, move it back a little bit so it's at the next little mark, and then I just barely go above that line that I created previously, just barely working it to try and slowly erase that line and get a nice even blend. And I, however many levels or layers I need to do, that's what I do. But the biggest thing is to go slow, and it doesn't take much. You don't have to go too much higher than the line that you created to get a nice even blend. And then eventually you'll throw on your smallest guard to finish the process, which is I believe a number 0 or a 1/16 guard. So once I get this lever, I get to the point where the lever is all the way out and is cutting at the longest length that this lever will allow you to cut. That's when I would go ahead and throw that guard on, that number 0 guard, and then also just kind of continue to work the hair and continue to blend it. But like I said, go slow, and you don't have to go very high above each line that you create to get a nice blend, because the point of the taper is to kind of leave the whole fade and the whole blend in this area. So you don't want to go very high after each line, because you'll run out of space. So you just got to practice, work with this lever, learn the different combination of guards that you have to use to get a nice even blend for your hair. What you see me do and the levels that you see me use and the layers that you see me use may not necessarily work for your hair, but the overall concept, like I said, is the same. So that's really the point that I want to hit home for you guys, and that I want you guys to see. So take your time, like I said, learn how to get used to using this lever, get used to using your guards, and all that. And I have the Andes magnetic guards. They come in a pack, and there's 5 of them here. And like I say, the number 0, 1/16 guard is what you're going to use after you go no guard, and from there you can even throw in a number 1 if you need to continue the fade and the blend. And that's really it, man. Like I said, take your time, practice. Don't go too high above each line that you create, and that's it. That's it. After a while, you'll start to see it'll all make sense, and you'll start to achieve your results. So hopefully this video helps you out. Like I said, I'm gonna throw the video showing how I do one of my sideburns to give you guys a visual. And that's it for today, man. The taper. So hopefully y'all learned something.